So I was in high school when COVID hit, and right away I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, ooh, I have to do online school. But that was not bad at all. I could just cheat on everything and play Fortnite all day. It was honestly probably the best disease I've ever experienced. Except I never experienced it. I never had COVID. So I can't speak for anyone who did have COVID, and I'm not trying to offend anyone. I never got it. I had a blast. That's how that went. What other door it opened for me, though, was Hawaii and my trip to Hawaii. And you're like, how the hell would COVID lead to a trip to Hawaii? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm a band kid. I'm a band nerd. But I have a bike, so I'm cool. I'm a cool band kid. I play trumpet, first chair. And we were amazing. We were super great. It was amazing. We were under our first director, and he was the shit. I only experienced in my freshman year, and then the last 3 years we had this other chick, and bad. But whatever. I don't care anymore. And he made us qualify for this marching memorial in Hawaii, and then we were so excited, and COVID hit, and we couldn't do it. So I was gonna do it my sophomore year. Didn't work out. Whatever. But they ended up being able to do it after I graduated. So I was a freshman at college, and I had the opportunity to go to this trip, and I'm just like, dude, yes, please. I had to pay. I forgot how much it was. I think it was like $3,500, maybe $4,500. So a little pricey. But I had a blast. It was best ever. I went with my boys. It was the greatest trip ever. It was amazing. So I told my professors, because I'm new to college, I didn't really know how to do it. Day one, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be gone. This is towards finals week. It never actually ended up crossing over, so that's good. But I was like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone this whole week. And it's no biggie. Like, I have my classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then some classes on Tuesday and Thursday. So realistically, I only missed at most 3 classes. And a lot of them were canceled that week anyway, so, yeah. So, my English, I have always struggled with English, and I told my professor, I'm like, I'm going to be in Hawaii this week since day one. He's like, yeah, cool, that's going to be fine. And I'm like, good, cool. And that's what all my teachers said. So I'm like, woo. And I reminded all of them a month before, and everyone was like, yes, this is okay. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to Hawaii. And then a week before, I'm just like, hey, I'm not going to be here next week. And my English teacher said, well, that's going to affect your grade. Now, I'm already struggling in English. I'm barely passing, but I'm not comfortable. All my other classes were like, this is okay. I'm like, yay. So I go to Hawaii, and I had to write this paper. So throughout the trip, I'm writing this paper a little bit, and I ended up turning it in. And I got a C+, which is a passing grade. And I'm like, yes, this is my final paper. I got everything I need to do to pass. I'm going to pass all my classes. I get back from Hawaii, and he fucks me up the ass with a broom. And I was like, oh my God. We had 100 points per essay. We also had 100 points for attendance. And because I missed that 1 week, I made every day. It was at 8 a.m. No one does that. I missed 1 week, and he gave me a 50 out of 100. And he tanked my grade. I got a D- in the class. You need a C- to pass. I was so mad. Water under the bridge. I'm still pissed. I'm still in English. But anyway, so that's a story. Let's get to the fun parts. So we had to, it's a huge time change, and I didn't want to sleep and mess it up. So I didn't sleep and still messed it up, which, whatever. And I got so sleep deprived on the bus, on the plane, and we finally got there, and we didn't go to bed because we were supposed to sleep on the plane, so I had to stay up the whole next day. And if you ask any of my buddies, I was off the rails. I wouldn't believe it, but sleep deprived McGuire makes me so hyper that my hair must have been standing. And because I was drinking so much energy drinks, love my Monster, that, it was crazy. But we got there, did our first day, we were just kind of discovering the area we were at, no biggie, and I went to bed hella early. Next day, we had a rehearsal, because we're there for band, we're there for things. So I'm like, okay. And we're playing, and it's really hot. I forgot, I think we went there oh man, it was actually later. I think it was December. And it was so hot down there. It was awesome. Here in North Dakota, it's snowy and we're buried in just feet of snow. And we were sweating. We had to march outside. So we're marching, and we're marching, and I'm doing fine. I love it. I love the heat. There's this one chick, she played the bass drum. So she's got this giant thing, and she's just doing. She had the worst trip of her life. She was not feeling the heat. She ended up crying. It was terrible. Her mom was there, and it was just like, oh my God, send her home. And it didn't stop there. Later in the trip, she was swimming in the ocean. She got stung by a jellyfish, around the neck right here. And it didn't, kill her, nor did it, threaten her life or anything. But they hurt, and they burn, and they're annoying. Not that I know. But, it was kind of scary, and kind of just oh, shit. That sucks. You don't want that in Hawaii. So, that's her story. Anyway, that day was actually pretty normal. We went to a plantation, which sounds awesome, but it turned out to just be pineapples. But the pineapples were great. It's the first time I've had pineapple ice cream, and it was the best thing I've ever had. The only problem is I didn't realize that this was because, the plantation is here, and they make ice cream there. So when I tried some North Dakotan pineapple ice cream, it was terrible compared to what it was there. So if you go to Hawaii, definitely try the pineapple ice cream because, oh my God, it was so good. Anyway, that was fine. It was whatever. It was pretty boring so far. We go back to the hotel and we just go to bed. We're still tired. We're screwing up our sleep schedule. It's whatever. Next day is our performance. And we go, we huddle up, and I'm just like, oh my God, let's do this. And there's a few bands there, but there wasn't a whole lot. So that was kind of cool. We were some of the few that got selected to play. As we were marching, and I love cars. I love Ford in particular. You guys are actually propped up on a Ford Mustang, and yeah, don't worry, there's a towel, so it's not wrecking the paint. And there's also the Shelby here, 1967 GT 500. Nah. My grandpa's, and he loves it. Okay, but they had Cobras there, the classic Cobras, and yes, I know that they're replicas. I think the real ones go for $2 million. The replicas you can get for just over $200,000 if you get a good one, and I still think it's cool. I wouldn't care if I had a replica because it would still be awesome. I saw a video and it compared the real to the fake, and they're basically the same thing, so whatever. But yeah, that was a cool experience for the car side of me, where I got to see kind of the cars out there. That's the only cool car that I really saw. There was 3 of them, and that's it. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then we go home. We did a memorial trip to Pearl Harbor on Ford Island, which was pretty cool. Oh my God, we went on a battleship. It was so cool to see how crazy built that is, and to think that was in the 30s and 40s. That's nuts. But yeah, that was okay. That was fun. Lots of history, so it's just nerdy stuff. I'm into nerdy stuff. I'm not clowning on it. I think it was fun. So yeah, and then on the way back, we were riding the bus, and it was like a double-decker bus, but not like the ones in London. It was like sketchy. I remember riding there, and there was this store called Gangnam Style there, and I'm just like, oh my god. And that was like, I feel like everyone has a phase in their life where Gangnam Style takes over everything. So we see that, and on the bus, me and my buds are like off our seats, and we're just like, yeah,
Oppan Gangnam Style.
yeah,
Gangnam Style.
Needless to say, we had a blast. And then we're going down a little bit, and it's like a sketchy neighborhood, and whatever, people do what they want. They have like their fenced in whatever. And I see like this little family, and they're playing around. And I swear to God, all of them were completely naked. And I was very confused. Nobody else saw it, so maybe I'm tripping. But like I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. That was traumatizing. I'm sorry. I've never seen so much sausage in my life. But anyway, get back to the hotel, and this is where the good stuff starts. So my buddy's aunt went on that trip with us. My buddy's aunt is okay with drinking, and I'm just like, ooh, this is a great opportunity to make bad choices. And yeah, so she bought us, like, between 5 guys, she bought 5 cases of beer. Two of them didn't want any, so the 3 of us drank all of it, and it was alright. It was pretty cool. We ended up wandering a little bit. It was pretty sick. We got to see the streets, some of the nightlife, but it was actually pretty dead. It was like a Thursday, which nothing's really going on a Thursday. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. We were wandering pretty drunk. And then one of them leaves, and it's just me and my buddy. And we're like, hey, what's a very great idea we could do? We decided that we're going to go to a strip club. So we go, and we're approaching the strip. It was like 1.3 miles away from the hotel. And we're sitting by the entrance, and it's so sketchy. It was like, you get up there, and the navigation's like, you have arrived. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I'm at like a Chinese sushi joint, but like in the alleyway on the top of the sushi joint is the strip club. No, I'm sorry. So we chickened out and we left. Went to bed, and then we woke up, and we told my other buddy, the story. And he's like, oh my god, are you kidding me? That's awesome. We should do that tonight. Needless to say, we did that night. So we walk over to the club, and we go in, and we all had great IDs and stuff. And they literally look, and they're just like, okay, yeah, sure. And they didn't give a shit. And it's just like, woo! The reason why we chose that one is because I saw a Google review, and it was the best thing I've ever read in my life. It was, all caps, by the way, Veronica, exclamation point. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. And basically it was just this dude that was saying, oh my god, if you go here, you need to go see Veronica. And I'm just like, this Veronica chick seems crazy. And the guy's like, she knows exactly what to say, what to do, what to do. And then he goes, don't walk, run to go see Veronica today. I'm like, bro, it's literally an ad for a chick. So I go, and we're there, and honestly, I did not have a good time. It was pretty lame. And then we were about to leave, and the bouncer comes to us. And I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. And he goes, you guys got an Instagram? And I'm just like, yeah? And I'm just like, why is a bouncer at a strip club asking for my Instagram? And he's like, give us a follow. Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah. I'm really scared right now. You are giant. I will follow you. So yeah, I gave him a follow, and that was whatever. But it reminded me, I'm like, oh my god, Veronica! And I forgot about her all night. So I go, hey, do you have a girl here named Veronica? And he's like, yeah, let me go get her. And he comes back with Veronica, like this. She's completely naked. She's got panties, nothing else. And I'm like, oh my god. And she goes, 50 for a dance with clothes on, 200 without. And I'm just like, you already have no clothes on. So I did the $50 and she didn't put clothes on. So is that value? I don't know. Meet in the middle. So it was alright. I don't know, overrated. But she had ginormous honkers. And I'm just like, wow, boobies. And she put my face in them. I obviously fake. What am I thinking? They were like rocks. It was cement. She was doing this. I was like, ow, fuck, shit. It was terrible. But whatever. It's a funny story to tell. It was terrible. My buddy said that one of the girls gave him head, but there's no evidence to pick that up. So I'll add that in there, but I don't know if it really happened. But it would have been kind of cool. I would have been a little worried it would have fallen off. But whatever. That's probably the worst thing we did during that trip. Other than I don't know what night it was, so I'm going completely out of order. But our neighbors were kids from our school. They were a lot younger than us, and they clogged the toilet. There's this one, and he clogged the toilet, and he tried flushing it, he tried plunging it, and he couldn't get it unplugged. So they're like, what do we do? And his other roommate was like, I know what to do. And he wrapped his hand full of toilet paper. He grabbed the giant turd out of the toilet and threw it out the window. And I'm just like, holy shit. I wasn't there for this. They were telling me this. And I'm like, there's no way you did it. There's no way. And they're like, yeah, like, look. So we go out to the balcony and we look, and there's a turd splattered all over the roof of this building that we're on top of. And I'm like, oh my god, you guys just threw a giant turd out the window. There were seagulls picking at it the next morning. Every day we like check in on this giant dookie, and we're just like, why did this happen? Why did it have to go like this? But I don't know. That was one of the craziest things we did. But yeah, and then the next night we had to go home. It was tragic. I had a blast with my buddies. There's plenty of stories that I'm missing, but whatever. And so, yeah, we packed up. It was like 16 hours there and then 16 hours back. It was pretty terrible, including the bus ride to Minneapolis, which is 5 hours from where I live. So, yeah, whatever. But that was my trip to Hawaii. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you go to Hawaii, pineapple ice cream. It sounds weird and it sounds like it shouldn't work, but it's so damn good. So do try. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is my second YouTube video ever. So, show some respect, yo.